Hello and welcome to your English news broadcast live on ERi-TV. It's exactly 10:30 p.m. on Eritrea's local time from our headquarters at Asmara with your domestic and international news in brief. I'm Zahra Badouri, but first we'll begin with your major headlines for this broadcast. Messages of congratulations to the people and government of Eritrea. Nationals celebrate Independence Day anniversary and more. On your international, Russia warns West against providing Ukraine long-range weaponry. Iranian forces seize 2 Greek tankers in the Gulf. Welcome to your domestic in brief. President Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan and Vice President Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum of the United Arab Emirates sent messages of congratulations to people and government of Eritrea in connection with the 31st anniversary of Independence Day. In their messages, the leaders wished good health to President Isaias Afwerki as well as peace and prosperity to the Eritrean people. Eritrean nationals in various cities of Germany celebrated the 31st anniversary of independence in favor under the theme Independent Choice, Backbone of Our Pride. Featuring various cultural and artistic performances at the event, the nationals expressed a conviction to strengthen organizational capacity and participation in the national affair. At the celebratory event organized in the Rollington on 21st May, Mr. Johannes Tsahaye, Secretary of National Committee in Koligan, explained on the significance of contribution of conscious youth organization in the national affairs and called for strengthening organizational capacity and participation for better outcome. However, nationals in Kassel also celebrated the 31st anniversary of Independence Day on 26 May, featuring various programs. At the event, Mr. Abraham Gebresgabiher, chairman of the National Holiday Coordinating Committee, gave briefing focusing on the deep meaning of the Independence Day celebration and the heavy sacrifice paid for its realization. Mr. Abraham also said that the strong participation of the youth on the national affairs attests to the effort being exerted to transfer the noble societal values among the young generation. In the same vein, at the ceremony virtually conducted in Japan, Mr. Stefanos Afwerki, Eritrean ambassador to Japan, indicating that the Independence Day is the outcome of the heavy human and material sacrifice the Eritrean people paid their independence, congratulated the Eritrean people inside the country and abroad. Mr. Achirio Azawa, chairman of Japan African Union Parliamentary Friendship Association, also congratulated the Eritrean people in connection with the 31st anniversary of Independence Day. The Ministry of Land, Water and Environment called for strengthened effort in the conservation of environment. The call was made in connection with the 5th May World Environment Day that will be observed under the theme Only One Earth. Speaking to ERINA, Mr. Kubrom Asmorom, acting director of environment at the ministry, said the various programs will be conducted in connection with the World Environment Day, including general knowledge, competitions among youth workers, seminars in which public and government institutions representatives will take part, as well as environmental sanitation activities. Indicating that in Eritrea, yearly from 10 to 12 tons of soil is being lost due to erosion, Mr. Kubrom called for reinforced participation in the effort to observe the environment and preserve the environment as well. Mr. Kubrom went on to say that as a result of climate change, extensive environmental challenges are being observed in Eritrea, including land degradation, recurrent drought and depletion of the agricultural production and water resources, as well as deforestation and extinction of biodiversity, and that the Ministry of Land, Water and Environment has prepared 61 research papers that could help in addressing the challenges. Mr. Karam also said that as part of the effort to address the challenges so far, over 180,000 hectares of land and about 800 reservoirs, as well as number of water diversion schemes have been constructed. Over 135 million tree seedlings have been planted on about 55,000 hectares of land. Reserve lands has been established as well on about 400 hectares of land, as well as renewable energy producing about 35 megawatt energy has been installed, and about 160,000 smokeless ovens have been distributed. World Environment Day is being observed for the 25th time in the national level and for the 50th time at an international level. On your final domestic, the festival that was organized from 23 to 26 in the port city of Asab in connection with the 31st anniversary of Independence Day concluded. The festival that was organized under the theme Independent Choice, Backbone of Our Pride, was concluded with the festival ceremony in the presence of Ambassador Mohammed Saeed Mantai, Governor of the Southern Red Sea region, heads of government and PFDJ office, as well as a number of residents of the port city. According to reports, the festival included cultural and artistic programs, children's village, sports, as well as cultural and educational competitions and other programs portraying the day. At the occasion, awards were handed over to winners of the various competitions. Stay tuned for more after this short break on your global report on Russia and Iran. Welcome back. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has reportedly cautioned Western powers against supplying Ukraine with weapons capable of hitting Russian territory, warning such a move would be a serious step towards unacceptable escalation, as Lavrov quoted. Lavrov's remarks, reported on Thursday by Russia's TASS news agency, came against the backdrop of the United States and Kyiv's other Western allies having provided Ukraine with increasingly sophisticated arms as Moscow presses ahead with its offensive in the country's eastern Donbas region. He was quoted by the RT's Arabic channel as saying he hoped, in quotation, sane people in Western countries would comprehend the danger of moves to further enhance Ukraine's arsenal. On Thursday, the Reuters news agency reported that Washington had held discussions with Kyiv about the danger of an escalation in the now more than 3 months long conflict if it were to launch attacks deep inside Russia, citing unnamed U.S. and diplomatic officials. Reuters reported that the behind-the-scenes talk have not led to the imposition of implicit geographic restrictions on the use of weapons supplied to Ukrainian forces. The reports came as Ukraine's Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba plead with Western nations to provide Kyiv with heavy weaponry. He said in a video posted on Twitter his country needed stronger artillery as it was on the only area in which they were outmatched by Moscow. On your final report, Iranian forces seized 2 Greek tankers in the Gulf on Friday. Iranian state media reported shortly after Tehran warned it would take punctuative action against Athens over the confiscation of Iranian oil by the United States from a tanker held off the Greek coast. Iran's Revolutionary Guard said in a statement on their official website on Friday that they seized 2 Greek oil tankers in the Arabian Gulf due to violation that were committed, quote unquote. The statement did not elaborate on what the violations were. The Foreign Ministry said in a statement warning Greek citizens to avoid traveling to Iran that these sanctions are tantamount to act of piracy. It said that it had strongly protested to the Iranian ambassador in Athens against the violent seizure. The move came aimed at dispute between the two nations about the fate of an Iranian oil cargo on board a Russian-flagged tanker that was seized in Greece in April. Athens said Iranian Navy helicopters had landed armed men on the 2 tankers earlier on Friday. One of them, the Delta Poseidon, was sailing in international waters at the time, the ministry reported. A spokeswoman at the Athens-based company Palambros identified the second tanker as the Prudent Warrior. Dear viewers, that is all for now with your reports for this broadcast. Until we are back with some more news, stay and enjoy the rest of our programs. But until then, these are your major headlines for this broadcast in review. Messages of congratulations to the people and government of Eritrea. National Celebrate Independence Day anniversary abroad. And more on your domestic. And with your international, Russia warns West against providing Ukraine with long-range weaponry. Finally, Iranian forces seize 2 Greek tankers in the Gulf. That is all for now. Thanks for watching and have a nice one.